Hello, my name is Megan O'Russell.
And my name is Christopher Russell, and welcome back to Page by Page, writing the book in real time. Yes, once again, coming to you on a Thursday. This time it's me. This time it is 100% on me.
Well,
the chapter was ready.
Little bit with me. It started with
kind
me.
of. Well, we still could have been ready. The issue is, and it's a very good thing, and hello, Bubba. Bubba just decided to skitter into the room very playfully. He's in a mood. But it started with you. So let's take them from the beginning then. So how did it start, Megan?
Okay, so
I did say I was going to start off the episode by making fun of you, but
sorry we had to take a momentary break. Bubba and one of our
Maribel. Who do you think?
Bubba and Maribel were getting into it, and Chris just went out there and told them to disperse.
I literally went, disperse.
Not break it up, not get out of here, disperse. So just so you know, we have our cats have a high vocabulary.
Yeah, look, I'm feeling quite articulate in the present moment. We'll see if that continues.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
Okay,
until we
so
get to our
back
first
to what happened.
Oh my god.
We're gonna get to it with the beer, but in a second.
Okay.
Oh, do we want it? Let's do the beer now.
Oh, sure. Let's do the beer now. Okay. So these are two.
Wait, can we cheers
beers.
First so I can
sip?
sip?
Oh, yes, of course we can. Okay. I just thought it would be more fun.
It's too tempting because it's in my hand.
Okay. That's fun. You would hate that.
Can I try it
That
anyway?
is sock drawer potpourri, stuff. So what Megan's trying is a Mega Gummy Worms Hazy Double IPA.
It's not actually the worst because it has enough of that like gummy worm sweetness to like tame it down. That's not awful.
The back end of that's really nice. Okay,
mine tastes like a Christmas.
So yours, which I didn't even realize, is from Omagong.
Oh my god!
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah, is this the same Omagong I'm thinking of? Cooperstown, New York. So we've had a lot of their stuff before, typically Belgians, and this is an Imperial Chocolate Peanut Butter Stout. So what do you think of your chocolate peanut butter stout? I think it's great. Yeah, let me try.
It feels very fallish. Like
it?
I can see why there are like ghosties and zombies that it's called All Hallows Treat.
Okay. Yeah, that's not overwhelming. That's not scratch and sniff. That's good.
It does not taste like a scratch and sniff sticker,
also
but it has like a nice fall flavor
on it too, which probably helps mellow out the sweetness. Okay, so we were saying about the chapter and how it started off as your fault. Well, not your fault.
Okay, so what happened was...
Excuse me?
What had happened was... I was writing this chapter, and I was writing it, and I was writing it, and I was writing it, and I still wasn't at the end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I went back, and I was editing it, and I was editing it, and I was editing it, and I still wasn't at the end. Because this is all one big... It's the chapter that I wrote is all one big sequence.
Yeah.
And realistically, if you were thinking about it in like... TV episode land.
Yeah.
Like this would all have to be the chapter that I wrote would be one episode.
Okay.
But thinking in like book world, and people's wrists get tired and they need a break, it was too long.
Yeah.
And so then once I realized that like, okay, this is too long, this is all one sequence, this is all one big scene, then I figured out a good breaking point. But then I was like, wait a second. Now it's not like, it doesn't feel like a whole episode worth.
Right.
The way it is. So we were talking about like, should I put in like another alternative text section, like one of the non-watcher italicized sections,
or the watcher?
Well, it could be the watcher because there's nothing like that the watcher can be doing in this moment.
Okay.
So like we couldn't really have a watcher section.
Why? Because they're on one of the homeroom teams. What's going on? Why can't they be watching stuff right now?
That's for me to know. And you to find out.
Yeah, at least we get to find out. You heard it here, folks. She verified. We will be finding out.
Will make sense in the end.
Yeah.
But so we kind of had a debate about that. But then like, okay, if I put another like mini segment in between part 1 of the scene and part 2 of the scene, it would be really weird for the book. And it kind of became this debate that we haven't had to have before.
No.
Because I've always managed to like break things up nicely. Or if it's been a super chapter, then it's been like sizable enough on either end that I could break it up. Or it was so super super chaptery that I'm like, fuck it, we're just doing 6,500 words.
Yeah, which
it was a lot. That was too much.
It was too
and
much.
then when I got into editing it, I realized it was too much. So we're not going to make that mistake again.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, I'm going to try to avoid that inevitability until I can't anymore this time.
Well, you also were finally feeling better. Like, they finally got you on medication that is helping the lupus.
Funny?
So it's like, yeah. So the fact that you were finally feeling better and you were like, yeah, I can write. And then you kept going, oh, no.
Oh, no. But a super chapter was not really a great option. Putting an insert was not really a great option. So the best option became having a 2. So this is the big build up.
Third kind of. Maybe.
No, this is like the build-up episode.
Yes. So you'll understand when we get to the end of the chapter, you'll be like, aha.
I see.
That's why you couldn't. Yeah.
Because it's like, what do? So that was the hesitation or the delay on my part was figuring out like, how do I balance that? And then we can go to your problems now.
So my problems,
you were a part of it too, man.
I'm a much bigger part of it. So
I love it when it's more your fault than my fault.
Well, I said to Megan, I was like, wait, things
being your fault is my favorite thing in life. Because no matter like if it's your fault, if it's my fault, the situation's the same. It's gonna be the same solution.
Yeah.
But it's so much easier to like stay calm and get to that eventual solution if I don't have the guilt of it being my fault driving anxiety.
Sure.
I fucking love it when things are your fault. It's so much better.
I feel like that is so opposite of a lot of marriages. It's like, how dare you make this mistake? I don't know. But we're both just like, life happens, man.
It's like, well, it happened. There's no point in being angry.
Right.
And I don't have to feel guilty about it. So that's like great.
So, and especially because, so the reason for me, like my hold up on the whole thing is,
I thought you were going into the deep-seated reasons for me being like, I love it when it's not my fault.
Yes, let's talk. Let's have therapy with Megan.
No, I'm like, I feel like people with anxiety should understand that. Like, 100%. Brush that off the anxiety list. Moving on.
So for me this week, 2 huge things happened. One has just started. I can't talk much about it. What I can say is that I am in the middle of week 1 of 2 of rehearsals for something that I will bring up when it's official. I can say that it is a theme park thing. That's all that I feel comfortable sharing right now. It's friggin' awesome, and I can't wait to share it with you.
Wait. Can I whisper something in your ear and see if we're allowed to
go
say
Go
it?
Go ahead. Oh, no.
I can't say that?
Well, go ahead.
Because it's too dirty sounding?
No, it doesn't matter. Go ahead. We're on this podcast. Go right ahead.
But his fingering is going to be getting real strong.
Oh, my God. I didn't fully hear that in my ear.
That's what I said. I whispered it in your ear to say if I could say it, and you approved.
So, anyway, take from that what you will. Good Lord. And then the other thing I can talk about
I got approval.
Is that you did get approval, is that I am now officially teaching again. I haven't taught since the theater we were working for closed about this time a year ago. And I'm actually teaching for a vocal studio up in Winter Garden, Florida. I'll be teaching voice acting and piano, and I'm stoked. It's kind of the first fully steady thing that I've done here. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a year-round, every month, Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll be teaching at the studio.
Oh, you mean like days of the week?
Like days of the week, yeah. I've never committed days of the week like this, except for my dinner show at Titanic, but that's only a week in a month.
That's true.
So it's very different. So this is the first thing since we've moved here that it's been like, this is a definite, like this. And I'll say here on the podcast, my plan is, I was talking to the owner, Relia, last night, and it was so awesome.
What is the name of the studio?
The studio is Westrick Vocal Studios. It's run by Relia and Andy Westrick, who are just, I can't, speak fully to their character because I don't know them that well, but the little I do know of them, they are phenomenally amazing people. So I'm very excited about this.
Honesty. Instead of being like,
well,
I love my new boss, and you're like, To the best of my knowledge, I really love them. I love that jaded part of you who's
it's not jaded. It's cautious because unfortunately life has burned the shit out of me so many times, and you, that I'm like, I need to go into this with a little bit more, fewer blinders on. So I'm cautious. I have cautious optimism. Okay.
You've realized that the game of life is not the same as Candyland.
Correct. I have realized that it's more like chutes and ladders, and life has been a lot of chutes throughout the past few years. So anyway, so I am very excited about it. I am so grateful to Relia for taking me in, and I can't wait to get it started. I'm starting tomorrow.
You were talking about Tuesdays or why you're doing those 2 days a week. In particular.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. So the reason that I'm doing specifically Tuesdays and Wednesdays is because the rest of the week, I kind of have to keep open for con season. Like when I'll oftentimes, if we're doing a Friday, Saturday, Sunday con, Thursday and Monday are travel days. So I can't do that. So
yeah, because it's about 5 months out of the year that becomes a problem.
It does. So
well,
anyway.
And even on some of the smaller ones, like we have Makers Fair Orlando coming up, and that's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Mm-hmm. We have Miami Book Fair. It's not a Comic-Con, but that is
Friday,
huge.
Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And Thursday and Monday are travel days. So
yeah, so it's one of those. We'll travel. Well, Thursday and Sunday. We'll be back.
Oh, that's true. We'll come back Sunday. That's good. I like that. Okay.
I love events that are close enough that once the event is done, I can fall directly into my personal bed.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
And just collapse instead of collapsing in a hotel one more time and then having to do it.
Agreed.
I am so travel jaded and worn from national tours.
Yes.
I'm like, no more hotels. Just get me home. I just want a cat and just sit on my sun porch. I want to sit in my chair.
So this is all to say that for me, I am very grateful to you for your patience because this week has been the beginnings of 2 freaking awesome things that I am very excited to share the other one with you, but I am so stoked to get started. And I start with my first student tomorrow. I'm subbing. So
Huzzah!
The next 2 days. Yeah, it'll be fun. All right. So was there anything else in life that we wanted to talk about before we get into the last or previously on?
Oh, yes. I can now use my walking boot now.
Oh, yeah.
I've been hobbling around the house with one Croc platform shoe, which is way cuter than it sounds, but one Croc platform shoe and my little boot. So the babes are slightly less terrified of me. I'm
slightly more terrified of you because you're as tall as I am now, if not a little taller.
I'm
and I'm
giant.
like, oh my God.
But baby Meanie has been letting me give her belly squishes again, and so things are returning to normal, and I'm really excited.
They are.
Sorry, they've been on the whole broken foot journey.
That's true, you have.
The fact that I am hobbling around is
Let me see your incision. Can I even see it from here? Not really. Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
But no, it's really not bad, and the swelling's not bad, and the bruising's good.
And I totally did not take the stitches out myself. Totally wouldn't do that. Don't do that. Okay, go to a doctor. Don't be like I totally wasn't. Okay.
They were itchy.
I know they were itchy. Okay, so why don't you get us into it previously on?
It bothered me. Previously on. I didn't do it good enough. Can I have
You can have another. You can have a do-over. Go ahead.
Okay.
We call that a mulligan in golf, of which I play plenty, and by that I mean I'm horrible. Please continue.
You're so rude. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Previously
on. What?
Previously on Diary of a Blood-Marked Werewolf. It is field day at Laureldale High, and we are ready for some fun. We've already been through the flag football competition, had some drama with the keepers of the arcane text pavilion, and more. And now it is time for Elladay's time to wait. And now, well, I was gonna say time twice, and that wasn't gonna be great. And now
you don't have to edit yourself. Okay, just go ahead. Just go. Never mind me. Go.
And now it is time for Ella Day's chance to shine in the Field Day Challenge course.
Okay.
Did I do a good job that
You
time?
did a great job. Good job. Except it's not a pavilion, it's a dais, but
No,
that's
it
fine.
was a pavilion.
are
Or
you
it was
talking
the
about?
tent. It was the tent.
Okay.
Because it was like, if you move the dais, then you have to move
Yeah.
the tent. Then you
Yeah.
have to move the, like...
Yeah. I got you now. Okay, so that all said. Okay, so I have moved the microphone, and then I think I probably just popped it. It's fine. It's fine. It's my microphone, and I can do what I want. Yeah. Okay, so without further ado,
I love you.
the gummy worms and I proudly bring to you.
Wait, real quick.
What?
Remember that time one of our friends made vodka gummy worms and you did not realize how strong the vodka gummy worms were?
Justin, I need you to relay this story to Allison and see if she remembers. That was a very, very bad night for me.
So basically, I bring this up because I want this to be a teaching moment for any of our younger or less alcoholically experienced listeners that gummy worms soaked in vodka are not to be taken lightly.
Okay, to be fair though, it's not even that.
You had some high proof dark rum.
So yeah, you go ahead. You continue with this cautionary tale.
So yeah, just remember, kids, that just because it looks like normal candy, if it has been soaked in something, it has absorbed it. And therefore, your body will absorb what it hath absorbed. So if you eat too many, you're going to have bad night.
And also, if
How
you
did
mix...
we even get on this topic?
Because gummy worms.
Oh, yeah.
If you mix diet soda with alcohol, it's more... It
absorbs faster.
It's bad. Don't do it.
Yeah, no diet soda.
No diet soda with
and alcohol. And remember that vodka-infused gummy worms are dangerous. This has been Life Lessons with Auntie Megan and Uncle Chris.
Yes, they should be treated with respect, okay? Because they are dangerous. All right. So now the not-so-alcoholic gummy worms and I are proud to present to you Laureldale.
Because it was gummy worm beer. Now it makes sense.
I said that.
Okay, just keep talking.
Laureldale Book 2, Diary of a Blood-Marked Gummy Worm. Chapter 16. Could you imagine? Chapter 16. Rules. Laureldale High has got to be hell for humans. Or at least confusing as hell if they ever leave their Etherean-influenced haven and realize it's not normal for a girl who isn't in any sports to single-fucking-handedly take her team from last place in the field day relay to a solid win, or for another girl to accidentally land a much larger guy in the ER after a slight flag football incident. But Laureldale's oh-so-fucking stealthy Etherean students managed both before my 9:45 slot for the challenge course preliminary heats. I couldn't blame Violet for landing asshat Bobby in the ER. He's the stupid fuck who decided to aim an elbow for a werewolf's face. An armpit punch, even one that magnificently dislocated asshat's shoulder, is light fucking vengeance for swinging at a wolf, and her punch passed for her trying to block Bobby's elbow well enough for the whole thing to be called a freak sports accident. Now the harpy freshman, Ione, based on her team's cheering, sprinting past all the other runners like a fucking gazelle, then gleefully skipping around when she won without even the vaguest attempt to seem winded by her athletic feat, much fucking less understandable. Though a frighteningly easy mistake to make when people are cheering and adrenaline kicks in and instinct begs you to just let your body work the way it's fucking meant to. A mistake Ella Day would not be making, no matter how much competitive frenzy Paige funneled down my throat as she paced in front of Jason and me. "Things are going well today, but not well enough," Paige said, not breaking the rhythm of her stride. "Field day is about working as a team. Step right, step left, step right, pivot. But sometimes a team needs to rely on its star members. Right, left, right, pivot. And right now, I need to put that weight on you." I glanced at Jason, already biting the corners of my mouth to prevent any errant grinning at the Nope. I was about to say expansion.
At the expansion.
The expansion of his lips crawling up his teeth.
Hey, maybe he has one of those expansion things in the bridge of his mouth.
I had that. It's called an RP, or a rapid palatal expander, and it hurts because they put a little tiny key in the mechanism and they're literally breaking the bridge of your mouth. They break it. They break your mouth so that your teeth will fit. That's some intelligent design. What?
I'm a 12-year-old boy. Just continue.
Oh my God.
Just keep going. Just keep reading the story. Just ignore me and read the story. Keep going.
I glanced at Jason. Sorry. I glanced at Jason, already biting the corners of my mouth to prevent any errant grinning at the exasperation and laughter he'd surely be fighting. Nope. Might as well have been getting orders before a deadly battle. 2 students from every team compete. Right, left, right, pivot. Top 2 from each heat compete in the final race. If you sweep this heat, we knock 3 teams completely out of the challenge course competition. If you sweep this heat, you give your team an incredible advantage for the final run. Paige turned to face us and stepped closer, placing a hand on Jason's and my shoulders, leaning in to speak in a low, somber tone. If you 2 sweep this heat, we'll have a win going into the paper airplane competition, and we all know Team Parker is going to need that morale boost. I matched Jason's flattened lips and nod. I believe in you. Paige gave our shoulders a double pat. I expect to see you finish in first and second place. But if the choice is one of you win or both of you lose, whoever falls behind gets left behind. A friendship can be mended. There are no second chances in field day. It's just so ridiculous.
Can you imagine, though, like an astronomy overnight as the prize?
I hated being outside in high school. All I wanted to do was be in theater and go home and play my video games. That's all you know what? Honestly, that hasn't fucking changed in 20 plus years. That has not changed.
You like being outside.
Oh, that's true. I actually do love being outside nowadays.
But yeah, if you were a mountain kid being like an astronomy overnight with the bestie I've had since like birth, and then this new friend too, like, yeah, you compete the hell out of it.
Yes. To clarify, what I'm saying is the same now, is that I just want to go do my theater stuff, meaning like either teaching or performing, and then come home. Well, I also want to cuddle my cats and I want to be with you, but I would also like to play my video games. So that would be nice. Okay. Where were we? Oh, yes.
I like you too.
There are no second chances in field day. And like she hadn't said anything in the least abnormal, General Paxman pivoted toward the blue and silver cluster that was Team Parker and marched the fuck away. I sighed. My favorite thing about having Paige in my life is knowing she truly values friendship above all else. Jason relaxed out of good little soldier stance, but stifled his laugh. Well, better go earn her love by annihilating the competition, I said. Damn right. He finally broke into a smile. I would have gone with fuck yeah, but that works too. I flicked his arm and headed for the starting line of the challenge course on the northern side of the school's green space, as close to the woods as Sheriff Fuckface, Principal Harrison, and whoever else decides this shit deemed it safe to allow students. Can you hold this? I passed Jason my sketchbook, batting away my flicker of panic as it left my hand, peeling off my fluffy hoodie, letting the chilly fall air prickle my skin. You should take off your necklace too, Jason said. A jolt slammed into my stomach, like Jason had torn the cord from around my neck and tossed the pendant into lava. A massive overreaction to a suggestion for safekeeping, which Jason unfortunately didn't miss. Great fucking work, Ella. Calm is key, Ella. Shit, I'm sorry. Jason kept walking beside me even as he dragged his free hand over his scrunched up face. I'm sorry, I didn't think. Think what? My inner asshole wanted to say. When you lose everything you own, you can get a little unhealthily attached to your sole surviving possession? No, you're right. I managed, like a badass emotionally stable motherfucker, as we stopped at the piles of competitors' belongings in front of the judge's table. Block me. I handed Jason my hoodie and took his arms, turning his back toward the patch of chairs parents had set up to have the perfect view of both the challenge course starting line and the 20-foot tower that ended the race. Huh? Jason tipped his head like a sweet little puppy. Don't let anyone creepy watch me reach into my boobs. I lifted the cord of my pendant over my head, twisting toward the trees to shove the necklace down my sports bra, safely nesting the monetarily worthless treasure beside my left breast. Done. Great. Perfect. The bright red of Jason's face didn't match his casual chuckle as he looked any fucking where but at me. Ready to go? Are you ready? I took my things back from him, keeping my attention fixed on his blush as I dropped my sketchbook and hoodie next to a black long-sleeve shirt with a stick figure person jumping between roofs on the back. You look a little flushed there, buddy. Jason shook his head, still not letting his gaze stray in my direction as he dropped his things beside mine, the red in his cheeks not fading as we joined the 6 students already waiting at the starting line. Our competitors? A pair of smaller freshmen who still had that kiddish, I can fall from anything and not get a scratch look, but hadn't broken 5'2". I'm going to stop right here. Have you noticed the trend going on social media lately where it's like anybody over 30 doing something as simple as jumping off the bottom step and breaking themselves? And I'm like, oh, I feel that so hard.
My corner clipped. I got the back corner of our car clipped. I got a displaced fracture in my foot that cost $70,000 to fix before all the insurance adjustments, because that's the twisted system we live in. I'm putting my soapbox away. Keep reading.
I love how that little tiny screw is worth more than like a shit ton of iPhones. I don't know. I didn't do the calculations, but still, it's just crazy. We could have
bought our car more than 3 times over again.
That's correct.
For what it costs to put a tiny screw. Now, granted, we're not actually paying that.
No.
But it's just the absurdity of it.
Well, part of it the sterility, like just how.
Well, it's also that, but then it's like they jack prices up because then they know they're going to get bid down. And it's like this and that negotiation, blah, 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 blah.
Sure, yeah.
So, like, I don't know. The whole system is so messy, but...
Yeah, I don't understand why we separated from Europe on the healthcare system. Because, like, we were going in the right... And we were going in the same direction, and then we just jetted off in another direction. It's like, what? Why? It's very strange. Anyway.
Well, if I was just about pain, I would have cheated walking on my foot long before that. But for more than 3 cars worth, I've been meticulous about keeping this shit healthy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Fuck that. This is 3 whole motor vehicles I got to take care of. I'm going to polish that shit. I'm going to ice that shit.
Let's get back to the competitors, shall we? Our competitors? What?
We're doing such a good job.
A pair of smaller freshmen who still had that kiddish, I can fall from anything and not get a scratch look, but hadn't broken 5'2". I tried a different voice there for you.
Proud of you.
They wouldn't have been my choice, but I could admit a few potential advantages. A pair of senior athletes, one football player, one, I believe, basketball player, both tall, both built. And a fellow pair of juniors. Beatrice, a cheerleader, because of course she is, partnered with another football player. What logic had pulled our 4 teams for this heat, I had no fucking clue. My inner 4-year-old, who believes all games should be fair, found the whole thing to be bullshit on behalf of the tiny freshmen, but since fair is fucked when Ethereans enter the game, the minis had as good a chance in this heat as any. Jason bounced, stretching his shoulders, his face returning to its normal color. You got the plan? Play human? I've got the plan. I reached up and leaned sideways, stretching the muscles between my ribs, casually scanning the other competitors for more warm-up ideas, noticing 4 of the 6 staring at me. Breathe, Ella. You're the unknown quantity, Ella. Any last-minute advice? I switched to a quad stretch. Take it slow when, is that a real tattoo? The little freshman girl called. Poor thing lost her nerve, freezing in fear as I turned her way, her eyes wide and mouth in a tiny, oh. Scare the competition? Minimize the rumor damage. The temptation to make up a badass story that would work as the human equivalent of, it's very real and marks me as a member of the kind of werewolf pack demons avoid, pinched between my shoulder blades. Don't make your own life harder, Ella. Mr. Harlan strode out of the trees, pulling a folded paper from his back pocket, saving me from having to reply to the freshman by parking himself in the middle of the starting line and clearing his throat. Challenge course competitors, please listen to the reading of the rules. Mr. Harlan shook out his paper and cleared his throat again. Cooperation is allowed, but not required. We've got this, Jason whispered. No shit, I whispered back. Should any competitor touch ground during the plank bridge trial, Mr. Harlan read, they must return to the start of the plank bridge section. Should any competitor touch a rope in the maze, they are to exit to either side, surrender their gathered markers, and return to the start of the rope maze section. I rose up on my toes, leaning close to Jason to ask, how many people never make it past the plank bridges? Per heat or per year? Unless restarting the rope maze, should any competitor stray from the challenge course path, they will be disqualified, Mr. Harlan continued. To complete the course, a competitor must hang their 5 markers at the top of the climbing rope tower. Competitors may cooperate in the gathering of markers. However, each competitor must hang their own markers. Once 2 competitors have successfully hung their markers, I'll blow my whistle, ending the race. Don't want to leave anyone out here till dark. He chuckled, giving the 8 of us a, yeah, get it, waiting for a laugh. When it didn't come, he ran his gaze down his paper one more time, then folded it back up. Competitors, any questions? All 8 of us answered with some variation of no. All right, then. Mr. Harlan lifted the whistle hanging around his neck. Competitors, to your numbers. I centered myself on the number 4 painted on the put the beer down. Megan Elizabeth. Why?
I wanted to see if it tasted different.
It doesn't taste different. It's the same beer. Leave it alone. I centered myself on the number 4 painted on the grass, my assigned position between Jason and the smaller of the freshmen, double-checking my bun and hiking up the front of my tank top for a hint of added cleavage safety on the second trial of the course. Competitors at the ready, Mr. Harlan called. We've got this. Jason planted one foot back and bent low. Now it sounds like you're doubting us. I mirrored his stance. On your marks? Me doubt us? A grin lifted the corner of Jason's lips. Get set? Never. And that ends the chapter. So, yeah, a little succinct, but if you notice what's going to happen in the next chapter, we actually don't even show the challenge course rates. It cuts. I'm kidding. Could you imagine?
I mean, the problem is when someone dies in the first trial of the challenge
oh
course,
my God.
you really have to cancel the rest of the race.
Shut up.
No, but that is, like, that's the problem, is that normally, like, if this was a TV show episode.
If this were. That's subjunctive.
If this were a TV show episode, which is kind of how I try to think of writing these chapters, more so in normal books, because I can take more liberties with how, like, in a normal book, I try to think of each chapter as at least a complete scene in a TV episode. So I want it to have the arc of a scene. In this, each chapter has to feel like it could carry an episode of something, because it does with the page-by-page page podcast.
Yes.
I do not feel like this chapter is that complete beginning, middle, and end that I consistently aim for, because I feel like we did beginning, middle, bang at the start of the race. That's literally what it is.
Yes, correct.
But it's because this lead up moment had to happen, because there are some things in it that are necessary. So I couldn't just be like, and then Jason and I were at the start of the starting course and gave us some rules and we ran. Like, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like there is no watcher. There is no, like, I don't want to add fluff, but I can't really. Well, I did cut a bunch, but, like, this was as far as I could cut this down because it had been bigger. I cut it. It didn't need to. Things could go other places. Anyway, I try not to waste people's time by adding fluff.
We appreciate that.
I try to respect my readers' time by sometimes I'll put something in that's just there because it's lovely or because I think it'll touch the readers. Like, not everything is, like, directly, meaningfully impactful, like, on the mystery of the plot, but nothing's on the page for no reason. It's on the page because it builds out Ella. It's on the page because it builds out the world. It's on the page because it draws the reader in. It may not be like, because this is a clue, ha 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 ha, but like it's there for a reason.
Okay.
So there's a reason I needed this stuff in this chapter.
Yes.
And there's a reason I needed this stuff in the next chapter. But if you put both of those chapters together, that is an overwhelming amount of information.
It's overwhelming.
That's way too much chapter.
Way too many words. So
Wait,
there's
what
only
is
be a
that
few
from?
words. It is Family Guy's take on Don Knotts.
Okay.
So it's there's way too many ostriches. They said there was only going to be a few ostriches. This is way too many.
Sometimes we quote things, and if it is from something, I want to give people the opportunity to be in on the joke.
Yes.
But sometimes I don't know where things started.
Legit. No, I'm there with you. Oh, so can you Shakespeare please explain what you did
so
here?
when Paige is giving them their motivational, it's not really a speech, it's more like a lecture. If you two sweep this heat, if you two, like that repetition of it, it's kind of like Paige's version of the we few speech from one of Shakespeare's Henrys. Oh, I'm a bad is it Henry? Which Henry is it?
Isn't it Henry V?
I think it's Henry V.
I mean, I don't know.
It's the one with the nails. Anyway, it's the one with Kenneth Branagh and what's his ex-wife's name?
Oh, Emily Thompson.
Yeah, Emma Thompson. It's
sorry.
the one that has Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson.
Emily Watson.
I am so sorry
Watson,
for all of my. I think it's Henry V. But that we few speech where it's like this big rallying moment. And this is Paige doing her big rallying moment for the challenge course that she is so excited about. So I'm going to move on in your notes while you Google that. So the next note that you have.
It is from Henry V, yes.
Yes,
Henry
high
V.
five. High five for Henry V.
High five for Henry V. And thank you for lighting. Okay.
I was being respectful to the mic.
So I noticed this and I was like, wait, the fuck? Can you hold this? I passed Jason my sketchbook and I went, what the fuck? I was like, first of all, why is the sketchbook there? Secondly, she's handing it off to a human? Anyway, I was like, what the hell is going on? So I just wanted to point that out. Do you have anything to add to that, author?
No.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm on to something. A jolt
I love how you think that. Like, the thing is, I could so easily know I'd just be covering some mistake and you'd be like, aha, I thought so.
You don't do anything without purpose as an author.
It's true. I'm too lazy. Like, fluff takes too much time. I'm not going to sit there. The thing is, I have to edit this text so many times. If it's just fluff and it's not there for a reason, fucking cut it. I don't want to see it again. Get it out of my way. I don't want to edit that shit 4 more times. Get it out of the fucking book.
Which I appreciate. I will say sometimes it's hard to breathe in your books because I'm just going, oh God, but it's in the best way. It's just driving you along, you know? You do give moments of respite, but like, man, the intense moments are intense. Okay. Which I love. Oh my gosh. Can you talk about, this? We were in edits and when she said, like Jason had torn the cord from around my neck and tossed the pendant into lava. I'm going to give you a second. What is she alluding to? I'm giving you a second. Okay. If you haven't answered it yet, it's Mordor. It's the fiery, the fires of Mount Doom. That's what it is. So I said to me, I was like, well, do you want to, you can just make the illusion. And do you remember what your answer was to that?
Well, the problem is, like, Ella's seen Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Just like she's seen John Wick, but she's not like
a nerd.
She's not a huge Tolkien fan. So like she wouldn't necessarily know the right name. So to her, it would be like the Big Eye Hobbit lava pit or the ring lava or something. Like, she doesn't have that right nerd name just in her brain. Like, she knows the reference of, like, there's big glowy eye, evil, toss in the ring, little man melts. Like, she knows all of those steps.
Wow, spoilers. I'm kidding, you're fine. That series has been out for a long damn time, and the movie's also been out for 20 plus years. So
I was going to say, like, are we pretending Aslan's not Jesus? Is that still a spoiler?
Wait, Aslan's Jesus?
Aslan is Jesus.
Get out.
I
totally
just
didn't catch that. Okay.
Yeah. They even like you gotta. Never mind. We're gonna move on with that.
So yeah, he.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
We're not gonna get that graphic on this because I avoid hurting animals.
Wait, what? Oh, well, that's fair. Yeah, you do. Thank you for that. The dog typically lives. Does the dog ever die in your books? I don't think so.
I'm never gonna, like, if an animal is wounded, it will be immediately healed and well cared for and given a snack.
Unless it's a Croylock.
Okay, if it is a monster, it may die.
It's a monster to you.
If it is something that wants a human dead, it may die. If it is a puppy, a kitty.
Well, a grizzly, given the right circumstances, could want a human.
No.
Okay, all right.
A puppy, a kitty, maybe like a hedgehog. I
love hedgehogs.
Guarantee you I am not going to kill that shit.
I didn't realize how much I loved hedgehogs until you said hedgehog.
Like, I will never kill that shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now, if it's like a monster, even if it's like a cute little monster, as soon as it tries to draw human blood, it's like up on the scale. Ooh, but as long as it's still cute.
You are going to love. Okay, if you know, you know. I have been playing Undertale lately, which, yes, I know I'm late to the game if you're a gamer. You're going to love Undertale with that mentality. Okay.
I love how it's not even a spoiler because I've made my John Wick sentiments so clear.
Yeah, you have.
Like, the second you hurt an animal, the entire plot is revenge.
Yeah, correct. Okay, so there's two things in this next
What? It's true. You hurt my cat, my whole life becomes vengeance.
Oh, 100%. I believe you. I would not want to be that individual, especially because I would join you in that quest. I lifted the cord of my pendant over my head. Okay, this is how I read it in the first read aloud session. I lifted the cord of my pendant over my head, twisting toward the trees to shove the necklace down my sports bra, safely nestling the monetarily worthless treasure behind my left breast. And Megan went, "What?
We are not cracking a rib. We are not like slicing it open, tucking it up there behind the gland, tucking it there nice and safe."
And then did we ever talk about your story of losing your necklace on tour?
I don't know. Did we ever talk about
I feel
the
like
tour
we
story
might
necklace?
have. Give it like a
brief
summary
version
of it.
So when we were on the Fiddler
those
on
of
the
you who
Roof
may not have been with us.
national tour, I had a necklace that I wore all the time. I still have it. I wear it less now, but I wore it all the time, especially on tour, which I know you're going to be like, on a national tour, Megan, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
But I was really careful with it. And so I would wear it, and then when the show started, I would like put it in this thing and I would hide it in my bag. But one day I forgot to take it off, and we were like on stage doing warm-ups, and I didn't want it to get snagged on anything, so I took it off and I tucked it in the side of my bra.
Yeah, but your left boob, right? Your
right
right
boob.
one.
My
yeah,
right
hers,
boob.
Hers is her left one, yeah.
Yeah, I tucked it in my right boob.
Yeah.
And so I went later to like get changed for the show, and I realized I had tucked it in my bra and it was gone.
Uh-huh.
And this was a one-night venue. So if we left that building without that necklace,
and it was union too, so we had to be out by a
was
certain
never getting out. Like we had this very limited time. And so it was wonderful. Like the local crew was helping us look for this necklace. They were crawling backstage trying to find it, helping this stupid kid who had brought something sentimental with her on tour. To them, I was a kid. They were some like weathered IATSEs at this.
That's
like
true.
They were not young folk helping me.
No.
These were like middle-aged wizened folk on their hands and knees helping this dumbass bitch who had brought something she loved on tour.
Hey, we're now middle-aged wizened folk.
I know. And I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? You brought this shit on tour. And I would also crawl, but the entire time I'd be like, you dumbass little fuck. But anyway, so they were so nice to me and they were looking the whole time. And we get to the end of the show, and keep in mind, like, I had been with this cast for a really long time. So when we realized it was no longer in my bra, like, at least 2 cast members, like, felt in my bra, went for the boobs, checking my tits to make sure I hadn't lost this fucker, because I was so ashamed. I didn't want to admit to our stage manager. So, like, My boobs were fondled like a TSA inspection gone wrong before I even admitted that I had lost this shit. So we get to the end of the show. They still haven't found it. Chris is being lovely and like, it's okay. We're going to get you a new one. We're going to find something better. Blurgity, blurgity, blurg. Everyone there is like, okay, give us your mom's address. We'll mail it to your mom if we find it. And I undress at the end of the show and not even stuck, embedded, etched in the side of my right fucking tit. It was the right one. Like I have the memory. I have the memory so strong. I know it was the side of my right boob. I remember what that dressing room looks like. I don't remember what that theater looks like. I remember the dressing room too. No, I remember the backstage because I remember them crawling. I remember that there was a bay door that went directly to backstage right. I just remember that the wall behind the scrim was black painted. And by the way, this was 11, 12 years ago. Yeah, it was black painted brick. 13 years ago. So they were crawling. They were like army crawling with their little headlamps past the black painted brick while the show was going, still trying to help this poor dumb kid who was me. So anyway, I go to undress at the end of the show. We find this necklace embedded in the side of my boob. And they face the monumental choice of, do I say I found it like under an air conditioner or like under a heater vent? Do I say it was like in my wig? Or do I do the right thing and admit the comedy of how fucking stupid I was so that the people who crawled on their hands and knees, while potentially mad at me for having been so stupid, at least have a funny story to go with their sore knees when they tell it at the bar? And I decided confessing would be the right thing to do. So I had to confess to this IATSE crew. Thank you so much for your help. I'm so sorry. It was literally because I was like running around completely topless looking for this thing. And this necklace was so embedded, not even under my boob, not even in the crack, literally in the definitely side, not behind her boob, in the side of my tit, that I was running around naked and we still couldn't find it. So I admitted it and they laughed, and I'm sure they hated me even more, but at least they got a good story out of it. Yes, they did. The LA is not going to be as stupid as me. Also, it's a pendant and like a cord. Yes. This was like a chain and a smaller, tiny thing. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, you can continue now that we've gone through the whole story of how Megan's boob eats things and how to this day, because it's happened more than once. Also, if I have like a flannel like button up with like a boob pocket on it, that's a black hole. Everything's disappearing. I know we've talked about that. But it's to the point where the story is so notorious that even friends I have till this day, when I lose something, will be like, is it in your boobs? So just so you know, like sometimes your tits can swallow precious possessions. Okay, keep moving. Just ignore it and keep going. Ignore it and keep going. Okay. Also, before we get back into it, I'm almost positive, and I was like, I'm not going to interject here because I was like, she's going to say one version of the story. That is not how I remember the story going before you even got there. And I was like, I'm just going to let it go. I don't think you actually did confess. I did. Did you? Yes. Are you sure? I confessed on the way out to 3 of them and let them spread the story. Not to the full group. I let the 3 very nice wardrobe ladies know exactly what had happened. Fled for the motherfucking bus and that hid. Makes sense because I remember you like being asked by like the big burly IATSE men, and you're like, "Yeah, we found it, thanks." And you no, I told the costume women. Great, that stays in. Okay, I'll cut around it. We don't need to snap for that. That was great. But I did. Well, I know. I told our production manager. I told our stage manager. I told the 3 costume women. And then I ran for the bus and hid. Fiddler was such a great tour. That was so fun. Okay. It was the jankiest, most frozen. Oh, it was ridiculous. Nutrient deprived tour, but it was a great time. Anytime. And I'm not like, I don't know if this is
No, whatever. But anytime you got to a stop and there was like, okay, because every time we stopped on the bus, there'd be like, all right, so at this lunch stop, there is a this, there's a that, there's a that. Anytime, for whatever reason, Panera was said, oh my God.
Because they had a leaf of lettuce.
It was madness.
A leaf of fresh lettuce with a dressing. That was a true joy.
When you go to see a tour, be nice, enjoy it, laugh. Even if it's a sad show, laugh. I don't give a shit. Laugh. You have no idea what they have gone through. It is hard. Tour life is hard, and I do not miss it. No, I don't miss it. I've got great memories. I was about to lie to myself and say, well, I don't. No, I don't.
I'm so
I miss Alaska
glad.
sometimes. I miss Alaska. I don't miss
so
tour.
Grateful for the 2 national tours that we did.
I'm grateful
I'm grateful for the Chicago and Boston sit-downs.
Oh, the Boston sit-down was awesome.
And for the financial benefits of both tours.
Correct, yes.
But I don't need to repeat it.
No, agreed. Okay. After the boob debacle happens in the book, not with Megan's tits, but is the great, perfect, ready to go? Are you ready? I'm like, Ella. First of all, okay, this is a little bit loaded. Does she know what she is doing to him?
No.
Oh my God, Ella, you idiot.
Well, the thing is, she's used to...
She's so fucking stupid.
Werewolves. So to her, nudity isn't a big deal. It's the same thing with Caleb, where she's like, oh, sheltered Etherean has problems with changing into someone else's pajamas. Okay.
Yeah.
And Jason's a human.
Yeah.
He's this completely separate thing. He's not even in the friend zone. He's a human.
Uh-huh.
So it's she has all of these separations.
She looks human.
Yeah, but to her, there's this line that unfortunately Jason is not aware of.
Clearly he's not aware of it. Oh, Jason.
Teenagers can be stupid.
I know. I was one of those once. I don't miss it.
I don't either.
I don't miss it. Honestly, I've been 40 for a little over a month. I don't miss my 30s. I'm good, man. I feel like shit's finally coming together for me. I'm good. 30s can stay away too. 20s, I didn't miss the minute I left 20s. It's like, nope, piss off 20s. 30s were great.
I mean, I miss not having arthritis, but yeah. Other than that,
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The pain, the waking up with pain, just knowing that you're going to be in pain every day, that sucks. But you know what? It is what it is. Okay. All right. So for my last thing, we see a repeated line. We've got this. Jason says that, and then Ella responds, no shit, about the competition. And then Jason again at the end of the chapter says, we've got this. Jason planted one foot back and bent low. Now it sounds like you're doubting us. I mirrored his stance. On your marks, me doubt us. A grin lifted the corner of Jason's lips. Get set. Never. Megan reminded me, what is it you reminded me about something that Jason has seen her do?
Well, so she's never shown off. Well, she should never show off, and she knows she should never show off. But she has never stood out in gym class. The reason she was chosen for this is because after they found Clara's bones at the cliff, Ella, to human speed, basically sprinted up the side of a mountain in anger and then was like, yeah, I worked kind of hard. Whew!
And then punched a tree, if I recall.
Yeah.
Did you punch the tree?
Yeah. So Jason's like, no, she's fucking fine.
Right.
But to everyone else, they've never seen her do anything athletic.
So was he amazed by that ability? Because he definitely didn't lead on that he was. But was he internally what the fuck?
Well, no, it's not that he was like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? It's more that when they were like, homeroom, okay, who could get through the challenge course?
And Jason's like, Ella.
Ella would be Ella's fine. She can climb it. She's fine. Just make Ella do it.
Yeah.
Because he hiked with her for a full day. He saw her balance when she went down into the fissure. He saw her endurance when she climbed up this mountain. He's like, no.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a question about anything, just make Ella do it. It'll be fine.
Right. Okay. That is all I have. That is all. You're now off the hook for another week. I'm sure I'll have many questions because the next chapter is significantly longer and more involved. And it sounds like every part of the challenge course, for the most part, was done for a reason. So I'm going to see if I can kind of dissect it a little bit. I know you're not going to answer all of my questions, and that's fine.
I feel like I need like a paper plate or something to like put in front of my face.
Why?
So
the videos don't go out. It's fine.
They're going to.
You know what's hilarious is that we do video all of these. Now, granted, there are times when we have technical issues and the camera's cut or whatever. That was a big issue in season 1. For whatever reason, my phone did not like to keep going. And yeah, but they will go up eventually. They will. But I will say it's going to have to wait because there's a lot of other stuff that I'm working on for the publishing business that has to take precedent, has to take priority, but it will happen. So when we're all 80, I'm kidding. And I have nothing else to do.
Before we hit 45.
Yeah, that's fair. I can do that. Yeah, before we hit 45. So within the next 5 years, this will all be out. You can hold us to it. Okay, was there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
No, I mean, we talked about the fact that we have Maker Faire Orlando coming up. We have Miami Book Fair coming up. There's also Central Florida Comic Con is coming up at the start of the new year, which we are getting.
How are we only 3 months away from that?
I know. I thought about it today because I have to get my panel and workshop applications in.
And then you're on the wait list for MegaCon, right? I saw that today.
But that's for like exhibitor, but that isn't guest. I'm very confused. I didn't think about that.
Oh, yeah.
I have confusion.
Have we submitted you for guests?
Yes.
Okay, great. Good.
But I don't know. I'm very confused about everything.
See. Look, I mean, honestly, you being a guest at these things is fantastic, too. So even if you're not there selling your books, you being present, awesome stuff.
Well, I like being on panels, too. It's fun.
You're great on panels. I love watching you on panels. It always upsets me when I have to be left behind at the booth because you're going and being amazing on a panel and I can't go watch you. It makes me sad. That's all. I love watching you succeed.
I like you too.
Oh, thanks. Okay, so, well, if that's all, then why don't you tell them where they can find us?
I have recently admitted that I should be on LinkedIn, so I now am actually posting a few things there. Other than that, you can still find me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can also find Page by Page on its home on Substack. Mm-hmm. And wherever you find our podcast, if it's Apple, Spotify,
Pandora.
Now we are on Pandora too.
Now.
Wherever you listen to the podcast, if you could please follow or subscribe and rate, review, whatever it lets you do to interact with the algorithm and let people know that they should listen to the podcast, we would be so very, very grateful.
We would. And as always, thank you for reading.